So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Planets Through Ascendant series, which is Moon in the 4th house in the sign of Capricorn for Libra Ascendant people. And what happens when it's in the 4th house in Capricorn, while it rules the 10th house and the 8th house. 10th house with the sign of Cancer, 8th house with the co-rulership with Venus with the sign of Taurus, because it does rule that sign according to Vedic Astrology. And as you guys know, I've opened up my Academy new course in Maga Vedic Astrology Academy, which is Planets Through Ascendants, where I'm going to show you what nakshatra means, and when you read the mythology, how you extract information from it for real life predictions, and obviously all the planets through nakshatras, including I will even discuss the ascendant nakshatra in there. So I'm going to start this from March 10th, but of course you can join anytime and all the stuff will be there, and the link to that Academy is going to be in the description section. And if you want to know where your moon is, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your other astrological details for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and link to my Academy under shop sections. Otherwise, let's not waste time and let's start with this video. So one thing you will notice with moon in the 4th house in Capricorn, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, internally, when you're in your home, you have a very feminine personality, very feminine way of dealing with your inner emotions, your inner feelings. Like, these are the people, like, they can be UFC fighters, they can be plumbers, they can be IT professionals. When they're in their home, they may even cry in front of you about what they may have dealt with in their early childhood, what they may are dealing with right now. This is the type of position where moon really, actually, to be honest with you, feels very comfortable in Capricorn. Because number one, 4th house is a feminine house. Moon is a feminine sign, and Capricorn is the highest of the feminine signs. And because moon rules the 10th house and the 8th house, so in a way you're looking at 8th lord in the 4th house. A person deals with their psychological undoings privately, within their own dwelling. Outside, they can be the most toughest person you see and you don't want to mess with. But when you go in their home, and when they're in their own moon-like environment, they will give their emotions out. And also, especially within the home setting, they will always talk about how the society needs to work and what we need to do for the society. That's what and especially within the home. Usually they will have, they like to have a home made of stones. And they want to have a strongest foundation. And such people, they don't like to show off. They don't want to show off, their possessions and what they hold in their life. They're very calm and discreet about them. And yet they will have the biggest of treasure. And usually these people make beautiful musicians and writers. They just have this natural gift by God. And in the 4th house, obviously shows this person will gain land, real estate. They may even deal with real estate and land. But sometimes their success will come when they go to a foreign place, because they will take leaps and bounds in a foreign place. The other thing we see is that because it's a sign ruled by Saturn, they usually feel this coldness coming from the mother. And especially for malefic planet aspects, you can just say, yes, it happened. Now, if Jupiter aspects, Venus, well, that's a different case. Then you will see a very emotional bond and connection with the mother. But you got to understand, Capricorn is a very cold sign, because when you go out in the world, because Capricorn is the original 10th house. So when you go out in the world and you have to deal with the world and you have to live in the world, you have to always be careful. You always have to show that cold nature, because if you show vulnerability, somebody else can take your spot. Because this is the original 10th house, Capricorn, and which represents the jungle out in the world. So what happens if let's say you were to be dropped off in a jungle with some basic necessities? The first thing you're going to be thinking of, God, is there any bears? coyotes, wolves, tiger. You're going to be looking for sound. You're going to be in fear. There's this fear that a person can feel within the home when they're underneath the umbrella of, their parents and the mother. But usually these are very sensitive beings, very sensitive individuals. They can even have clairvoyance if Jupiter aspects Moon here. And this is due to the fact 8th Lord is in the 4th house. And Jupiter naturally here will control the 3rd house of information. And Jupiter represents heavenly information. So one is able to extract heavenly information upon themselves. Okay. So guys, this was my basic analysis of Moon in the 4th house for Libra ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. Again, if you want to know where your moon is placed, all the other details, and link to my new course and academy, check out the links here on the description. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.